And welcome everybody to week 10 of the Simulation Football League here in Queensway, London, where the London Knights going to be looking to defend their so far perfect season against Queensway here at home. My name's Brett Morgan. Joining me in the box is Aaron Alexander as we get ready to get kicked off in what is sure to be an exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely. London has been just on a different level so far this season, both offensively and defensively. Queen City has seen some struggles with their offense early on, but their defense has been able to make up for the lack of offensive pace that Queen City has shown so far this season. So I expect this one to either be a rat race or a very tight defensive struggle here, Brett.
Yeah, I mean, one way or the other, though, the Knights being here at home definitely going to give them an advantage, though. They will be all decked out in black today in honor of the Queen, who unfortunately did pass away yesterday. So good to see them out there still able to be in a position to play. And, you know, hopefully it doesn't affect the mental too much as we get into the coin toss here.
Yeah, admittedly, with the personnel that London has, I don't think morale necessarily will be an issue. If anything, they'll be more motivated to make this game an exciting one in memory of Queen Elizabeth II.
Absolutely, but fortunately, we're not going to have to wait too much longer to get things underway. Queen City going to be coming into this game with white shirts, black jerseys. Again, the London Knights in all black, as it will be London to get us started off with the opening kick here from JT Dooley. So we get ready to get quarter number one underway. And it's going to be off. Received at around the 5-yard line. Going to be a good return. Gets down to the 20-25. Almost spin move. Around the 23 to start off this possession for Queen City.
Yeah, Adrian Ellis gets a decent kickoff return to start this opening drive here for Queen City.
And now it'll be OJ Bruin to take control on this opening drive of the game. See if he can get some good forward momentum going through, as well as Jet Zero, the halfback. See if maybe we start out with a bit of the run game. Will be a pass. Short straight down the middle. Not going to be a whole lot. Doug Spelling bringing that one down for about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's honest work. That pass crosses the 7,000-yard mark for OJ Bruin in passing yards here in his short 3-season career. He came over here to Queen City in the offseason from Portland to take over play calling.
And what a career he's had so far. Let's see if he can make even more of an impact with it here today. We drop back pass again, this time over to the right side. Good catch straight down. That'll be enough for a first down from James Matthew Jr. Actually,
yeah,
will be a yard short.
It's another great pass at the tight end. I have to be honest with you. I'm confused as to why that didn't go for the first down marker, but R62 says it's only 6, so it's going to set up third and short here for Queen City.
Well, this time it'll be a handoff, and that time it will be good enough for a first down. Jet Zero, with his first carry of the game, going to advance the sticks.
Yeah, Jet Zero getting his first carry here on that third and short situation. Had a pretty good game against Vancouver in that win last week. 19 carries for 129 yards. Looking to repeat that outing here against London.
Bruin back under center. He's got 2 out wide. Drops back, looks to throw. Short pass, almost intercepted there. Close one. The safety, Jack Russell, just getting his hands on it.
Yeah, Jack Russell in a great position to get a read on that pass from OJ Bruin. The Corsairs incredibly lucky to not have that one picked off by the 6-season strong safety.
Close call there. I'll set up 2nd and 10. Looks like it might be a run play. No, it'll be another drop back for pass short down the center. Good for maybe about 5 there. It was to Jet. Actually, not to Jet Zero, my bad. It was to James Matthew Jr. again. Now it'll set up 3rd and long.
Yeah, James Matthew Jr., the 2-time All-Star in his 7th season, all with Queen City, getting some decent work here early on this first drive for the Corsairs.
Clock ticking. London looking like they're going to provide a little bit of pressure here. Step back, throw to the right side. It's got a little bit of room to work with, but it's not going to be enough. Doug Spelling stopped just 2 yards short, and that's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, and there's a reason that this London defense has allowed them to outpace some of the teams they've come across previously, not allowing that first down there and stopping that third down play 2 yards short.
Now Queen City on the punt, almost blocked, so close there. Return right around the 25-yard line. He's not going to get any more out of that. Might have actually lost a few on it. They'll start their drive on the 23.
Yeah, that was Terrence Weary on the return. A little too much east-west movement there. Heading toward the sideline, trying to avoid those tackles a bit more south. That punt return may have gone a bit further, but London's going to start now on their own 23.
And this will be Johnny Pickler at quarterback, looking to try and lead his team to yet another victory. They've yet to lose so far this season, as he will drop back to throw. It'll be right down the middle. Great catch, though. There is a flag down on the field. Couldn't quite see what happened, but that was the wide receiver, Fox Highwind, able to pull it down.
Yeah, I think we may see a face mask call here, potentially pass interference.
Yeah, it looks like they got him for a face mask on that against number 94. And so that's going to be Kappa Jones adding a little bit of yardage onto that.
Yeah, this just shows why, despite Pickler being last in or near last in the league in both completions and attempts, currently sits 7th in touchdowns. Pickler has been an incredibly efficient passer so far this season.
Yeah, and I mean, adding on more there, close to the midway point after one play, 1st and 10 from their own 43. Pickler, quick throw to the right side, going to be good for a few. That was Tiberius Bovine able to bring it in, but actually not even going to get any gain. They might have called him out of bounds on that.
Yeah, the tight end convert now in his 17th season in the SFL, his second here with London, gets his first grab on the day. London has utilized Tiberius more as a pass catcher out of the backfield. That's just his 4th catch of the season, though.
Well, sets up 2nd and 10 now, again from the 43. Pickler got time to think, throw down the middle, going to be hauled down for a first down by Robert Merrill, and a great play to advance the sticks.
Yeah, that pass to the engine of this London offense, Robert Merrill, currently sits 1st on the team in receptions. He's 11th in the league with now his 58th. Just gets a nice one-handed grab on that one. A wonderful pass by the running back to start this drive for London.
Yeah, and a phenomenal one-handed catch as well to bring it down. An athletic play. Is now 1st and 10 in Queen City territory. Pump fake throw again, almost intercepted there. Mike Jones able to get a hand on it, but not enough to bring it down. Sets up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Pickler trying to get the secondary to bite with the pump fake. Unfortunately for him, Mike Jones, the cornerback, not fooled for it. That one intended for Fox Highwind, the current leader in yards per catch at over 20, almost 21 yards a clip.
That was a great deflection as well from Jones, able to just get his hands on it. Even if you don't come down with it, you break up the play, you set up 2nd and down. They still got a ways to go, and gives your defense a little bit of momentum. Is now Pickler. He's going to be alone in the backfield, 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Might be looking to go deep here. He'll step back. It's a short throw to the right side. Not going to be quite enough for a first down. That was Fox Highwind again. Set up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Fox Highwind, if you can't hit him once, you can hit him again. It's just a short little drag route on that play and has the space to turn it upfield. Brings up 3rd and short here for London.
See if maybe they hand it off to Robert Merrill for the first time, or if they'll go for another throw. It will be another. Quick over to the right side will be enough for a first down, and a little bit more there. It was actually thrown to Robert Merrill, so Even maybe it's not a handoff. They're still getting some utilization out of it.
Yeah, admittedly, though, I'm surprised they haven't handed the ball off to Merrill yet. Coming into this game, Robert Merrill currently sits first in carries, first in yards, first in average, and second in touchdowns among running backs in the run game. So a very, very heavy used running back here in London. We haven't seen him run the ball yet, but as we saw just there, getting some use in the pass game.
1st and 10. Drop back, quick throw down the middle. Stopped. It's good yardage out of it, but a big hit coming through. Benji Matson, though, getting his first reception of the game.
Yeah, Benji Matson, the tight end, a bit of a quieter season for him. That one just his 16th catch on the season. But if there's one thing Pickler can do well, it's spread the ball out to his receivers.
We'll finally get a handoff. That's going to be good for a first down and more within the 12-yard line. Robert Merrill getting some decent yardage out of that.
Yeah, Andre Krim looked like he had a chance on Merrill in the backfield. Unfortunately, Merrill just too quick. Krim not able to catch up to him from behind in pursuit there. So a great initial push by the front four of Queen City. Unfortunately, Merrill is just too good a back to allow that to be to their detriment.
London on their opening drive inside the red zone. It'll be a pass over to the right side. Tried to spin away from it, but Terrence Weary not going to get more than 5 out of it. We'll set up 2nd down.
Yeah, that is now the 5th receiver, eligible receiver here for London that has caught a pass. The only one that hasn't so far is Vin Calia, who we may see on this play.
2nd and 5 from the 8-yard line. We've got a little bit to work with here. Right down the middle, almost intercepted again, this time by Matthew Alvarado. Got his hands on it, was up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Alvarado, the rookie, has been having a great rookie season here for Queen City, breaking up that pass intended for Vin Calia out of the slot. So a great defensive stand here in the red zone for Queen City at 3rd and 5 now for London.
3rd and 5, Queen City looking to potentially get a stop here and limit it to only potentially 3 points. It's been a monster drive so far. Pass, into the back. Not going anywhere. We'll set up 4th down. I got to imagine they bring out the kicking team here.
Yeah, JT Delaney going to be coming on to attempt to put 3 through for London. And honestly, this is a good sign for Queen City. London is an incredibly quick scoring offense. They currently sit 3rd in the league in points per game. So managing to hold London to 3 is going to be huge here early on for the Corsairs.
We'll see if JT Delaney can push it through here. Kick is up, and the kick is good from 25 yards. London have a great drive, but Queen City finds their steal inside the red zone, able to hold them to just 3. And honestly, like you were saying, that is a phenomenal sort of momentum boost for Queen City that didn't really have a great showing on their opening drive.
Yeah, and honestly, got to give credit to a couple of rookies for that red zone stop. Of course, Alvarado on that 3rd down play, and then Amar Bryant Jr., the 9th pick in this past draft, getting that last deflection in order to force the field goal by London.
Well, a few little spins there from Adrian Ellis, but he's not going to be able to spin too much farther. 23-yard line is where they will start this drive. And if you're new to this SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. We put the fan in fantasy as that pass almost able to get brought down. Excellent try there, but unfortunately couldn't quite get enough of a grip on it. Set up 2nd and long.
Yeah, OJ Bruin looking to hit the go route on that one. Unfortunately, the cornerback in coverage there a bit too tight on the intended receiver. The ball a bit overthrown as well, so nothing going on that pass to start this drive for the Corsairs.
Bruin again under center. Drop back, looks to throw. Quick to his left side. Good for a couple of yards there from James Matthew Jr., but now sets up a 3rd and 4 situation, and they don't want to go 3 and out on this second drive.
Yeah, absolutely not. Matthew had a bit of running room, so potentially could have cut that up field for more, but I think the momentum of the initial route forced Matthews to just run that ball out of bounds.
Clock still ticking. Bruin drop back. Throw down the middle. Almost intercepted in and out of the hands of number 92, Jeff Gagne. And that could have been way worse. Queen City going to be glad they're punting here.
Yeah, Deezer Powell, the intended target on that one. Jeff Gagne, though, the inside linebacker, just had a great route, or a great coverage, rather. And just saw the pass from OJ Bruin, was able to step in front of it and knock it down.
Great play from Gagne as well. As Queen City 3 and out. Unsuccessful on both of their drives so far as a good punt comes through. It's going to be high in the air. Fair catch called around the 36-yard line, 37 actually, and that's where the London Knights will take over on their second drive of the game.
Yeah, London's defense stepping up to give the offense a bit better field position than their drive started out last time. Their last drive started at their own 23. This one pegged at their own 37. So big up to London's defense. They're setting up their offense for this one.
Back to Johnny Pickler. He'll hand it off. That's going to be good for about 6 yards. Robert Merrill bullying his way down center for a great run to start this drive.
Yeah, this drive potentially will start to see Robert Merrill start to get a bit more work here, try and run this clock down. The benefit that London has seen from Robert Merrill being so effective on the ground is they've just been able to chew through clock to not allow their teams to have their offense on the field.
Another quick pass to the left side will be good for a first down, and a little bit more. It gets brought down deep, not deep, but just into Queen City territory. Is a good run there after the catch.
Yeah, Robert Merrill getting work early, not just through the run game, but in the pass game as well. Just a nice little swing pass out of the backfield, and that's one of the things we see in this league. Those swing passes can be hard to defend, as Robert Merrill able to easily get that first down.
Now 1st and 10 on the Queen City 46. Pickler alone in the backfield, will step back, has a moment, throws down the middle. Not going to be able to get brought down. The intended receiver there, Vin Kalia, as it'll set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, London goes with the all slants pattern there. Pickler allowed that to develop a bit more than we'll typically see here in the SFL. And Kalia not able to bring that one down. Has been targeted in this one, still not a reception in this game so far.
You got to wonder if they'll keep targeting him throughout the game. As Pickler again alone in the backfield, trying to lure them off sides. Quick throw down the middle. This time brought in, but a huge hit. Going to be coming in here from King Jamal. Stops him just short. Sets up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Terrence Wary, though, shaking off that absolute smackdown of a hit, as London again comes out in this tight end flex here, as we see Benji Manson out at the bottom of your screen wide.
Drops back, has a moment, throw down the middle. Reaching catch on that one from Vim Kalia again. That's his first reception, but there is a flag down on the field.
I think it's going to be another incidental face mask, and I think it's going to be on Kappa Jones again. No, it's interference. But it is on Kappa Jones.
Unfortunate. I mean, London will take it. It's a good reception, and, you know, when you're coming into coverage like that, it's so hard. I didn't quite actually see the interference there, but the linesmen down on the field have a little better view than we will, and so London going to be getting a lot out of that play.
Yeah, admittedly, I didn't really see the interference there either, but London going to take that flag to their benefit just outside of Queen City's red zone now.
Time taking Pickler. Got a little bit of time to think, able to get it away. Brought down for a Good gain there into the red zone. Fox Highwind, and now London looking to maybe get some more points on the board here.
Yeah, Fox Highwind able to take that pass for 12. Queen City sent a bit of a delayed blitz there. This offensive line, though, for London's just too good to allow anybody to get through to their quarterback here.
Drops back once more. Wide open on the left side, though he takes a bit of a sidestep. Not able to do a hell of a lot with it, and then Ted Haynes comes in for a monster hit to keep him at a gain of just about 1.
Yeah, Pickler threw that pass a bit too far behind Merrill, forcing the running back to have to take a step back before turning upfield. A bit better of a pass, I think, and Merrill would have been able to get a bit more out of that, I believe.
Second and goal on the 9-yard line. Pickler looks to throw again down the center. It is going to be caught about a yard short, but great job again from King Jamal, able to stop him before he could cross the goal line.
Yeah, but big ups too to Terrence Wary, the second-year man coming over from Los Angeles, makes an absolutely great jumping catch in order to bring that ball down.
Third and goal on the 1-yard line. So many options. It will be a wide handoff. Gets held up a little bit, but it won't be enough. The London Knights able to punch their way through for a touchdown.
Yeah, a great job by the offensive line, able to hold the blocks there for Robert Merrill, despite Merrill running in to one of the defensive linemen. That was the backup defensive end, William Kidd, that was able to hold up Merrill for just a bit. Unfortunately, there was no extra coverage there, and because of that, Robert Merrill just able to walk that ball in for an easy 6 for London.
Yeah, 2 drives now, able to score on both of them. London starting off the game strong as this kick up and good for the PAT makes it 10-0 here, as the ball will be returned to Queen City with 1:13 left in the first. We've got to start seeing some offense come out of the Corsairs here.
Yeah, but London's not going to make that easy. They're just below the midway point in terms of passing yards allowed per game, but they've only allowed 65 yards rushing on average. And whenever you're against a back like Jet Zero, who's incredibly capable of breaking through big runs, having a stifling run defense like London has is going to make it difficult for Queen City, I think, to really get anything going.
Well, we'll see what they're able to do here. Ellis gets them out to the 25-yard line to start their third drive of the game. OJ Bruin not having the greatest of days so far. He's only 5 for 8 with 23 yards. Got to see a little bit more progression on this drive if they're going to hope to get some points on the board, as he will drop back. Looks to throw. It's a deep one down the left side, and again, almost intercepted there. Emmanuel Blackman able to get his hands on it and sets up second down.
Yeah, Blackman covering Deezer Powell there. I didn't even see where Deezer Powell was on the field on that play. I don't know if just how the route progressed, he ran out of bounds, but Bruin lucky that Blackman not able to bring that one down for an interception.
Bruin again dropping back under pressure and gonna get sacked deep. Big hit coming through, and that was Cam Frosby with the sack to make it 3rd and forever.
Yeah, Cam Frosby has made an already cold game for OJ Bruin just that much colder, as this Queen City offense has just not been able to get anything going so far in this one.
And now, big 3rd down coming up. They pretty much have to throw in this situation. OJ Bruin, though, not had the greatest of luck. Can he get one away here? Will be a short throw down the middle. Good for probably his longest pass of the day. Deezer Powell able to bring it down, but it's not going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, if that was at the original line of scrimmage, that may have given Queen City enough for the first down. Unfortunately, the sack on the play prior is going to force Queen City to punt this ball away as their drive dies at the 29.
Second 3 and out in a row. That's 3 possessions where they're not even able to get into London territory. It has not been a great start. Is that punt going to be up and away? Going to be returned, but not for much. King Jamal again, absolutely throwing them to the floor, and they'll start their drive at the 39.
Yeah, King Jamal just absolutely laying wood on folks as we end the first quarter here in London.
Yeah, first quarter, Knights up 10-0 on Queen City, who have really just been struggling to get any sort of momentum offensively. Again, OJ Bruin only thrown for 33 yards. That's against Johnny Pickler's 115. So offense definitely been the key factor here so far as we get ready to get underway with the second quarter. London, handoff down the middle, not going to be able to get much of anything out of that. Maybe 2 yards will set up second down.
Yeah, London deciding to change the pace up a bit. Fakes in the formation. Looks like they're going to go to Merrill. Instead, they go to Tiverius Bovine, the fullback, who's unfortunately not able to get anything more than a yard there, but may set up some things for Merrill to get some rushing yards later on in this drive.
Johnny Pickler, quick throw, able to get it through coverage as well. Great reception right down the middle of Fox Highwind, and that's going to set up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and I'm a bit perplexed, I'll be honest, because Orion Horace, one of the outside linebackers, was in the area where Pickler threw that ball. I'm surprised he didn't try and at least reach a hand up to deflect that pass away.
We'll step back again. This time a quick throw, but in and out of the hands of Kappa Jones, able to disrupt it. Now set up 4th down. Great defensive effort here from the Corsairs.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this Corsair defense needed, was to force another, force a 3 and out rather, against this London Knights offense, who have, again, been incredibly efficient so far this season. And so far this game, up to this point, absolutely electric.
Yeah, this will be their first punt of the game. That's going to be a way and out. Receives it around the 19-yard line. Good juke move there, powering through. Excellent athleticism coming out of Adrian Ellis, and that'll get him out to a 30-yard line.
Yeah, this is, I believe, the best field position that Queen City has gotten to start a drive. Of course, set up by the 3 and out. We'll have to see, though, if Queen City's offense is able to get anything going, or if London's going to force a 3rd straight 3 and out.
Bruin has got option stacked to his left side. We'll step back. The deep throw down the left, and it's going to be intercepted. Returned London, not letting them do much of anything with that one. As possession turns over, it was Anthony Wyo able to bring that one down.
Yeah, Anthony Wyo now tying for the league lead in interceptions. Some great coverage as well by the rest of the London Knights team, but it's just another case of this defense not allowing Queen City to do anything offensively, and this time it's a turnover that results in even better field position for London on this drive.
And for Bruin, who's not been having a great day, that's not going to help him at all. Got to have to learn to shake that one off. It's Pickler. Deep throw down the middle, tipped, and it's going to be going back the other way from one interception to another on the other side. Greg Gaines able to bring that one down.
And, you know, instead of London turning that interception into points, instead Greg Gaines turns it into basically a 12-yard sack. Okay, sure.
I mean, for right now, Queen City, they will take it.
Yeah, they need it.
Back to back. That's exactly what they needed. And now, let's see what OJ Bruin can do. Step back, looks to throw. This time down deep again, almost in and out of the hands. And that's just not quite enough.
Yeah, I believe they went tight end flex there again, intended target James Matthew Jr. Ran a bit of a post route inside and looked like he had the opening. Unfortunately, the throw from Bruin just a bit off target there.
Love to see Queen City testing the deep game, though. London doing a good job of covering it as now. A little bit of pressure up front for London. Queen City going for the handoff, and it is going nowhere. Queen City stuffed at the line will result in 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Cam Frosby, the defensive tackle, gets his way into the backfield again and is able to hold on to Jet Zero long enough for Jack Russell to come in and finish it off.
Queen City needing a big play here to keep the drive alive. Steps back, looks to throw deep to the right side, and it's going to be caught. Oh, what a huge gain. Doug Spelling able to bring that down, and that's exactly what Queen City needed.
Yeah, Deezer Powell able to just get a bit of a nice breakaway from coverage there. That was Tanner Hendricks, the cornerback in coverage, and a great throw by OJ Bruin to give Doug Spelling enough time to get just a bit of separation for Hendricks. A big first down play and exactly what Queen City needed to try and shift this momentum in their favor.
Well, now close to the halfway line, 1st and 10. Bruin, deep throw again down the middle, and it's going to be caught again. Brought down at around the 15-yard line, and James Matthew Jr. bringing this one in.
From a big wide receiver catch now to a big tight end catch. And Wyo, who got the interception earlier, just looked a bit soft in his attempt to deflect that ball away. And it's going to be a huge advantage for Queen City in that regard because now they're inside London's red zone.
Throw was so good, even the referee lost his footing. But this time, Bruin not going to be able to get away. It's a good sack from London that'll push them back 6 yards.
Yeah, I believe that was Tallymax Scarborough, the outside linebacker, coming in on a bit of a linebacker blitz there that ends up getting the sack. And that's actually going to push the line of scrimmage outside of the red zone now. So an unfortunate turn of luck here for Queen City on that play.
Well, Bruin back under center again, looking to throw, this time deep again, but it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Oh, the humanity. They can't get anything going. It's Anthony Wyo again able to bring it down.
Yeah, Wyo making up from that soft coverage earlier that allowed Queen City to get into this position by on a very similar play intended for a different target. That was Deezer Powell, the intended receiver. Wyo makes up for that lack of effort, gets the pick in the end zone, and now London starting on their own 20.
Maybe the aggression getting a little bit to their heads there. It was a situation where you could have guaranteed points if you played a little better, and now the handoff going to be good for about 6 yards, and you can tell London thriving off that interception.
Oh, yeah, that interception by Wyo was the spark that this London Knights team needed in order to start to get things going again. Queen City's defense was bullying them there for a bit, but London now looking to turn things up here before halftime.
Handoff towards the right side. Great stiff arm. Oh, the spin as well. Absolutely phenomenal play from Robert Merrill to get him the first down and a little bit more.
Yeah, and an opportunity for Queen City again to stop this ball in the backfield. That was Orion Horace, the outside linebacker, who again, between the blocking by the London Knights team and the fact that there was nobody really around the area to support Horace on the tackle, means that London now gets themselves another first down.
And London just proving that they can move the ball with really any sort of situation. It'll be Merrill again, this time down center. Gets a good 5 yards out of it. Will set up second down, and Queen City struggling to find a response.
Yeah, and London is now shifting more toward a clock management style of a game plan, just trying to run this clock down as much as possible, since London will get the ball back to start the second half.
Big opportunity here to get a massive lead. Pickler. A lot of time to think. Great throw straight down the middle. Fox Island takes a big hit, but able to hold on to it. We'll get them to the halfway point and first down.
Yeah, the fifth catch by Fox Highwind in this one. He's now at 52 on the day. Has been Pickler's favorite target so far in this one.
Little fake handoff, throw down the middle, good for another first down, and London continue to find great possession on moving the ball. That time, Tiberius Bovine able to get the first down for it.
Yeah, London and Pickler have gotten everyone involved at this point. They've gotten all four receivers catches through the pass game. They've gotten their halfback and fullback involved in the pass. They've gotten their fullback and halfback involved on the ground. It's been a great balanced attack here by the London Knights.
Short throw down the middle. Able to break one tackle, not able to break both. Benji Maxson doing a phenomenal job of holding on to it as he gets them just inside the red zone.
Yeah, and I think if Matson able to break that second tackle, London takes a 16-0 lead. A great stop by Horace, the rookie outside linebacker, again, saving a touchdown there.
Yeah, I mean, good awareness from them, but again, just absolute domination. I mean, coming from this aggression from the London Knights. They haven't been able to be stopped yet. It'll be another handoff to Merrill. This time, he won't be able to go anywhere. It's a loss of about 1 yard, sets up second down.
Yeah, the Crim Reaper has decided enough is enough and finally is able to get into the backfield to bring down Robert Merrill for a 1 yard loss.
We'll see what Pickler is able to do with it. Time is ticking, a little over 4 minutes left in the half. Drops back, looks to throw deep. That's going to be just out of the hands. Weary, not able to bring it down. The hit a little bit too much.
Yeah, Mike Jones with an absolute hammer to pop that out of the hands of Terrence Weary. And Queen City's defense, it's so far for the most part, if London's able to get into the red zone, the Corsairs defense usually steps up in a pretty big way to prevent London from getting any further, as now it's 3rd and 11 just outside of the red zone here.
Can Queen City get another big stop? They need to try and limit as many points as possible, especially going into the second half. Pickler again. Another throw wide open. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Fox Highwind to bring that down. Second touchdown of the game. Makes it 16-0.
Yeah, and I think it's just a bad coverage call by Queen City there. Fox Highwind only had Mike Jones to beat on the corner route. And once that happens, Fox Highwood's just wide open in the end zone. All Pickler has to do is hit him in the numbers.
Yeah, a great throw, great run there on the route from Highwind. And now to make it a 17-point game. JT Delaney. Kick is up. And the kick is good. And I've got to say, Johnny Pickler has been absolutely producing everything that he needs to get that offense down the field. But you also know that the SFL produces over 400 live events each year. But don't miss community content creators and their creations. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker. Say it with your chest, around the SFL, and more, covering season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. As Queen City starting out in a familiar spot, the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and at this point, Queen City needs to find some way to alleviate their offensive woes because London is starting to run away with this one at a rapid pace.
And that they are. Queen City, they gotta at least get a few points on the board, even if it's just a field goal, something, so that they can go into that locker room during halftime and think about what they need. Bruin past them. Absolutely no one there will set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for Queen City, the defense of London is just too good right now for Queen City's offense to really be able to get the foot on the gas pedal, as it were.
2nd down now. O.J. Bruin will take, has a moment to think, quick throw, but in and out of the hands of Stephen McMichaels, and that's going to set up third down.
Yeah, this drive not really doing Queen City any favors. The defense of London has taken the highs that their offense has brought and have continued to expand upon it here with their defense.
Well, let's see what they do on third down here. Be a drop back throw down the middle. That will be caught. Great play coming through. And that's going to set up another first down. James Matthew Jr., the one getting that reception.
Well, when one tight end's not able to do it, just throw it to the other one. A lot of teams like to run two tight ends for a reason. And when you have a incredibly capable pass catching tight end like Matthews, you got to get the ball to him in a situation like 3rd and 10.
Well, now first down once more. Clock is still ticking. 3:23 left. Bruin. Short throw down the middle. Going to be caught for a first down a little bit more by Deezer Powell. And finally, some good offensive progression coming out of Queen City.
Yeah, some great progress now by Queen City's offense. I thought for a second that ball might have been intercepted, but Deezer Powell able to snatch that one out of the air and run it forward for that first down here.
Bruin again down the middle, and down the middle has been working for him so far. Able to get now into London territory and another first down.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just the coverage that London's defensive coordinator has been calling has put more of an emphasis on the sidelines, which in a situation like this makes sense considering we're approaching the 2-minute warning and Queen City so far has been punishing them with throws up the middle.
Well, step back again. Pump fake, throw over to the left side. He's got a little bit of room to work with, but the gap closes quickly. Gets maybe a yard out of it, sets up second down.
Yeah, and I think if O.J. Bruin was able to go through his progressions a bit faster, Jet Zero may have been able to get a bit more than a yard on that grab. So that's going to slow the pace here for Queen City after 3 straight huge gains.
Bruin. Quick throw left side, but that not going anywhere. Just gets gobbled up in the backfield. Now third down, 9 to go on their own 36. 2-minute warning coming into play here as well to give them a little bit of time to think. We are seeing an absolutely dominating half from London so far. Queen City just looking to try and find anything they can here. Again, third down, 9. They are on the London 36-yard line, but London so far, the defense has been stifling.
Yeah, though, depending on how this third down goes, they may bring out Judah Drorgan to try and at least put some points on the board. Ooh. That's not happening now, though. Good Lord.
Big sack coming through, and that's snuffing out any hopes of points from Queen City. Backs them up to the 43-yard line. And, I mean, that is a heartbreaker for Queen City, who looked like they might have at least had their first opportunity for points. I mean, earlier we saw the interception that ended up going against them, took away that, and now a big sack that forces the punt. This London defense has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, credit that sack to Sewell Lane, the defensive end, forcing Queen City comfortably out of field goal range. Going to force a punt here instead.
He'll call for the fair catch it around the 11-yard line. Sets up one more opportunity for London to try and march down the field, but they're not the only one that are trying to score points. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team each week while staying under the salary cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. Free to play, no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league, as that is going to be a huge catch all the way down. That's via Kalia all the way home for a touchdown. And talk about response from London.
You know, I figured as soon as London lined up, I knew it was going to be a big play. I didn't know if it was going to be to Fox Highwind or to Vin Kalia. Both of them are incredible deep ball threats here for London. That one goes to Kalia on a bit of a post route, able to get around the coverage by Ted Haynes, and nobody in the area of coverage afterward. Nobody able to catch him. Vin Kalia goes 79 yards.
Wow.
Check that, 89 yards to the house for a touchdown.
I mean, if you've got Callie on your fantasy team, I tell you what, you are happy right now. Absolutely monster play to come through, and that is going to be absolutely devastating to the Queen City morale coming into the half. I mean, oh my, just what a throw, what a catch. All around phenomenal there.
Yeah, and talk about a huge morale blow to Queen City. They had a chance potentially to put some points on the board. A big sack by Sewell Lane forces the punt away, and then just one play later, 89 yards, and it's a 24-0 ball game.
24-0 in Queen City. Has had a couple of tastes, but nothing else beyond that. They'll start what'll likely be the final drive of the half at their own 27-yard line, and now they've got a lot of ground to make up if they want to have any hope of a comeback in the second half.
Yeah, 73 yards and 24 points is a huge stretch in both numbers to try and come back from, especially with only 58 seconds left in the half here.
Well, now quick throw over to the left side. It's going to be good for 3, maybe a little bit more, and about 3 yards to set up second down, but he is able to get out of bounds to stop that clock.
Yeah, and good awareness there by Jet Zero to step out of bounds. Allows Queen City to stop the clock without using a timeout to potentially give Queen City a chance to get some points on the board here before halftime.
2nd and 7 on the 30. Bruin handoff down the middle, struggling for yards there, but Jet Zero not able to do too much. Sets up 3rd and 2nd, the hurry-up offense. Still all 3 timeouts. Gets frozen while being tackled somehow. That's Stephen McMichaels. I thought he had to catch. Maybe it hit the ground first, but 4th and 2nd, and I'm shocked they didn't take a timeout there.
I'm shocked that OJ Bruin got that ball away, and even more shocked that apparently McMichaels didn't catch it. Excuse me?
He must not have had control and it hit the ground or something, because it looked like he had the catch initially. Either way, I mean, bizarre series of events there for Queen City, and it ends with a punt. 33 seconds, 3 timeouts still for London. I mean, the Knights can do something with this.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen them do it once.
From farther away as well.
Exactly, from 23 yards further back. So it's within the shadow of the imagination for London to potentially score here again with 30 seconds to go, especially with 3 timeouts. But more likely, we'll just see London run the clock out.
We'll see what they decide to come out with here. Pickler handoff to Merrill. Good for about 4 yards, but they will do the hurry-up offense here. See what they can potentially set up. Might be able to get in the field goal range.
And they actually go to Bovine instead. They get him again here.
And the hurry-up again. Surprised that Queen City is not calling any of their timeouts.
I don't blame them.
3rd down. Going to set up 4th. Do they call one here? Maybe an opportunity to return? No. They'll have to just let the time run out into the half. London up 24-0. And that would have been surprising for anyone watching just a few minutes ago, because London with that absolute bomb from their own side. What was that again? That was 89 yards to make it 24-0. And now coming out of the half, we'll see whether or not Queen City was able to talk it through to figure out what they need to change. Because if I'm being frank, Andrew, or Aaron, it's a lot.
Yeah, it definitely is. I definitely agree with London's decision, though, to just run the 30 seconds out instead of going for it, considering, as we see here, they do get the ball to start this half.
They do, and we'll see what they're able to do with it. 1st and 10 on their own 19. As we get the second half underway, Queen City going to be looking for some type of way to just get them 3 and out, start defensively strong, get their offense back on the field. Johnny Pickler, hand off again, going to be stopped after about 2 yards. And another decent start to the running play here, though.
Yeah, Bovine, between that last drive and the start of this one, getting a bulk of the carries. I don't know if it's just Merrill is tired or if because they have such a big point gap, they're giving Merrill some time to rest for next week and giving Bovine some time to shine in the run game.
Well, this time it'll be a short throw over to the left side. That's going to be a speedy exit down that left side from Merrill. 1st down and more. Sets him up with on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that could have easily been deflected or intercepted. Andre Krim did a great job to get around his blocks, but I don't know what happened. Krim just gave up almost on the play after the ball went over his head, and because of that, Robert Merrill goes for 15.
Well, now, fresh set of downs. Drop back, throw, quick to the right side. Not able to get a whole lot out of it, just 1 yard. Merrill, the target on that one, is the defense just responding too quickly there.
Yeah, Amar Bryant Jr. able to hold on for the tackle on Robert Merrill after Pickle again threw that pass a little too far behind. But still, Merrill able to turn it to at least some positive yardage.
Well, 2nd and 9 now. Johnny Pickler looks to throw again to the right side. This time he's able to stay in bounds. That was Terrence Weary. Sets up 3rd and short.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, again, London at this point can afford to just sit back and slow their pace down. London, known for a very up-tempo offense, but in a situation like this, you're up 24-0. The Knights can afford to just let the clock run down.
Taking their time. Another throw. No one there to stop him. Terrence Weary again. Back-to-back receptions, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Yep, second verse, same as the first. Just a nice little out route. Pickler with great timing to get the ball into his receiver's hands. He's at 300 on the game now. We just started the 3rd quarter.
Queen City, it's going to get from bad to worse if they can't come away with a stop here. Johnny Pickler alone in the backfield. Got 3 wide out left. Looks, throws down the middle. Great reception coming through. Gets him across the halfway point, and that was Benji Matson able to bring it down.
Yeah, and Pickler again has just made a great effort to get every single body involved in the offense between his 4 eligible receivers in Weary, Highwind, Kalia, and of course Matson on that one, as well as Merrill and Bovine in the backfield. It's been a wonderful spread here by Pickler and this London Knights team.
Well, 1st and 10 again. This time a throw, but it's going to go back the other way, and he might have the space that he needs to take it to the house. Gets stopped at about the 10-yard line, but Ted Haynes, my goodness, talk about a momentum shift.
Yeah, absolutely. You probably heard me say it. I thought Ted Haynes was gone on this one. But of course, Robert Merrill, not only an incredibly great running back, but maybe we'll see him at linebacker at some point. An absolute great stop to prevent Haynes from getting into the end zone, but is going to set up Queen City inside of London's red zone after the reception. And this may be the shift that Queen City needs to finally get points on the board after being denied for an entire half.
Yeah, finally a massive play that goes their way, but they need to turn it into 7. Anything else will feel just a tad short, as they'll be just out of bounds, not able to get anything on that one. 2nd and 10.
I suspect we'll see a challenge flag. I will be surprised if we don't. There it is.
There it is. I was looking at it as well. It's like, I'm pretty sure he had both feet down, but fortunately the boys up in the booth were able to take another look and see exactly what we've got going on here. The replay comes through. See, the ball is caught, has possession, both feet inbounds. This should be overturned.
Yep.
And that it is. And so that will set them up, I believe, on 2nd and 5. Great challenge there coming from Queen City. And honestly, that challenge keeps their momentum alive here as well.
Oh, and these London fans are not happy about it. You can hear the boos coming from the Queensway faithful here after that overturned call.
Right call it was. It's a quick handoff down the middle. Enough for a first down and more, powering their way through. And now we are setting up 1st and goal on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that is the best run that we've seen out of Jet Zero so far in this one. Not able to get into the end zone that time, but shows signs of life out of Jet Zero. So potentially good things here for Queen City.
Just need to avoid the turnover. OJ Bruin steps back, looks to throw across his body to the right side, is caught. But I think he landed right there on the 3-yard line. And so unfortunately, even though it was a good play, it doesn't actually give him anywhere.
Yeah, OJ Bruin threw that ball way too far behind Ezer Powell there, to the point where what should have maybe been a touchdown instead goes for no gain.
2nd down now. It'll be a handoff again, looking to try and punch through, but it will not be enough. Gets a gain of about 1. Jet Zero trying, but this London defense holding strong.
Yeah, this front 7 here for London is just... I don't know what the Queen was feeding them prior to today, but yeah, Jet Zero hasn't really been able to get anything going.
Another handoff, escapes 1 tackle, but he's not going to escape the second. What a play from Anthony Wyo. Not only does he have 2 interceptions, but he's able to stop them on the 1-yard line.
And you know, if it's not an incredible effort by the front 7, it's an incredible effort by London secondary.
Oh.
There's a reason that you can argue London has the best defense in the league so far this season, and it's plays like that that are the reason for it.
And an interesting decision here to go for the field goal. You're down 24. This is 1 yard away. I mean, I understand playing it safe, but you got to have a little bit of faith in your offense, I believe, to punch it in from the 1-yard line.
I understand it. I don't think it's a lack of faith in their offense. This may seem facetious. That's what I'm going to go with here. But I think it's more so that Queen City is scared of London's defense.
I mean,
because if London's defense makes another stop there, instead of coming away with 3, you get nothing. Good day, sir.
And that was, again, off the phenomenal interception. So London doing a great job of being able to only have that interception result in 3. Now they'll take back over on their own 21-yard line. The score, the difference between these teams reduced to just 21. London going to be trying to push that number back up again.
Yeah, upsides for Queen City. It's a 3-score game now instead of potentially 4. So, positives. Look at the positives, Queen City. You got points.
No longer a goose egg on the board, but there is going to be a great pass down the middle to get a first down. And London's offense looking just as good as it has been all day.
Yeah, Terrence Weary has been absolutely eating in this one. He only had 1 catch last game against Seattle, As it stands currently, he's at 6 receptions now for 43 yards. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, but Terrence Weary hitting different for London today.
Johnny Pickler. Quick pass down the middle. Good for another first down. Monster hit again. King Jamal has been finding a lot of these big hits today, but not enough to stop the first down.
Yeah, that one to Fox Highwind, who had a bulk of the yards last game against Seattle. Only had 5 catches, though. He's been one of the 2 favorite targets here of Johnny Pickler, if it's not Robert Merrill.
Another quick throw down the middle, another good reception, another first down. They go out into Queen City territory, and this London Knights offense is just battling their way down the field.
Yeah, everybody's eating here for London today offensively. Terrence Weary currently the only receiver that's not at 50 yards, but with 6 catches, he's been getting a fair share of the feeds as well from Johnny Pickler.
1st and 10. Quick throw down the middle once more. And I mean, you know, if it works, it works. And for right now, OJ Bruin to Jet Zero is working pretty well.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Pickler to Matson is what's working. So I think this is the right call for London. They're pushing their way downfield yet again. They're 10 yards away from Queen City's red zone.
A lot of time to think on that one, but it's going to get intercepted. Oh, a throw down the middle. It finally gets taken away in Queen City. I mean, this has been a lot of interceptions, but King Jamal, again, getting involved in this one. It's just back and forth.
Yeah, Greg Gaines gets his 2nd interception of the day, taking over from Amar Bryant Jr. covering Vincalia, the other favorite target I was alluding to earlier. And I think London found what broke. We won't know until their next drive if they're able to fix it, though. But Queen City, the momentum is potentially starting to shift a bit more in their favor. And at the right moment, too, because there's still plenty of time in this game for the Corsairs to overcome this differential.
5 interceptions so far this game. It has been a bloodbath out there. The defense is hungry for the ball as that run going to net them about 2 yards there. And Queen City looking really, really good if they can get down the field and maybe potentially the start of a comeback.
Yeah, but again, with a defense like London's, it's not going to be an easy task, especially if you keep handing the ball off to Jet Zero, who just tends to get stuffed at the line.
Oh, another interception.
There it is.
It was tipped and caught. You wondered for a second if he was going to be able to come away with it, but Tanner Hendricks getting his paws on it. And that Queen City momentum is looking a bit gone at the moment.
Yeah, that one tipped by Jeff Gagne, the inside linebacker, and Hendricks with some great awareness to come over and snatch it out of the tip drill. You weren't kidding. This has been a bloodbath of turnovers, which in a way makes sense for London, as they're currently 3rd coming into this one in interceptions with 27. They're now at 30 total after that pick by Hendricks.
Now Pickler back under center again. Quick throw to the right side. Spin move, another spin move, but it won't be enough to get past the 2nd. And Robert Merrill doing a good job there. Gets him about 4 yards.
Yeah, and you can see the real difference maker there. Queen City only has 147 yards of total offense. London's currently sitting at 408.
Wow.
So roughly 3 times as much offense for London compared to Queen City.
I mean, that is just a massive differential. As another pass going to be good for yet another first down here. Vincalia bringing that one through, and it's just like clockwork for London when they're not throwing interceptions.
Yeah, and it makes sense that London would be working like clockwork considering the massive clock tower they have in their town.
Makes sense to me. Maybe they can ring the bell down in the end zone. Pickler once more under center. Falls back. Quick throw left side, caught for about a 6-yard gain. Will set up second down. And a good little catch coming in again from Vin Kalia.
Yeah, that's a back-to-back to Cali on those short little out routes. Both of them going for a decent yardage, at least 4 or 5 on average on those 2 plays. And London now in Queen City's red zone.
See what they can do with it this time. It'll be a handoff. Spin move, another spin move. Good for the first down. And Robert Merrill finding some action down there.
Robert Merrill has decided that the Corsairs smell too much like saltwater and has decided to put them in the spin cycle.
Well, Queen City's going to need to clean up their act lest they give up more points here. It's still 24-3 in London, trying to make it 31. Pickler again, looking to throw. He's got time. Tipped. And that one not going to be received. Great tip coming through. Sets up second down.
Yeah, and it's King Jamal on that one who's been laying the absolute wood down on the various receivers here, able to deflect that one away this time. King Jamal currently leading the Corsairs in tackles today with 6.
Second and 10 on the 12-yard line. Looks, got time. It's going to be a throw to the back corner. That one going to get knocked away by Amar Bryant Jr. We'll set up third down.
Yeah, King Jamal made a impressive effort on the initial deflection by Amar Bryant Jr., not able to bring it down, unfortunately.
Well, now third down. Still well within field goal range, so expect a throw. Steps back. Got time. Throw again to the back corner, and again that's going to be knocked away. This time by Mike Jones. Able to get his hand on it, pushes it off, sets up fourth down. Great defense from Queen City.
Yeah, and Queen City bends but doesn't break on this one. Gets 2 great deflections deep in the end zone by their cornerbacks. And London going to be forced to settle for 3 here. You got to give credit, though, to London's offensive line, who have been giving Pickler so much time in the pocket. There have been a couple of close calls, but so far, Pickler not brought down in the backfield.
JT Delaney for the field goal. Kick is up, and it is good from 28 yards. So London might not have been able to get the points they wanted, but still the points that they earned makes it 27-3. And, you know, with all these points, all these stats, there's got to be a place that has it all. And fortunately for you, you can visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and all of its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini headsets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, the team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of the SFL talent, and so much more. Again, that's simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL, as we get this next drive started for Queen City at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and at this point, it's starting to get do or die time for Queen City. They find themselves down 24 again, and this defense for London has just been smothering Queen City.
That they have. And O.J. Bruin under center, quick pass down the middle. Great catch, but another huge hit coming through. But this time, they are able to get the first down. That was Doug Spelling able to bring it in, and maybe some more momentum on their side.
Yeah, if Queen City can get more plays like that going, we may see the Corsairs hit double digits potentially before the end of this quarter, but more likely the beginning of the fourth if they get that far. London, of course, not going to allow that easily.
First and 10 now on the 38-yard line. Bruin Pump fake. Oh, and maybe he should have let it go on the pump fake. Lane able to break through to get the sack, and that's exactly the last thing they wanted on this offensive drive.
Yeah, Robert Vale, the rookie left tackle, just not able to stop the penetrating effort by Sewell Lane, the defensive end, and OJ Bruin finds himself hitting the turf for the third time in this one.
Quick throw down the middle. Good for what seems to be about 8 yards. Sets up 3rd and 6 and gets it back in a much more manageable position here for the Corsairs.
Yeah, another case where if Bruin hadn't been sacked, that pass potentially good enough for the first. Instead, though, Queen City going to have to settle for a 3rd and medium.
Well, let's see what they're able to do here. Bruin, and you can hear that crowd trying to throw him off. Steps back, looks to throw, down center, one-handed catch. Absolutely phenomenal there. And that's going to get them the first down. James Matthew Jr. bringing that one in as we close the 3rd quarter. Corsairs still down by 24, but they're building a decent drive here. And I mean, crazier things have happened in football. It's possible to see this amount of points in the 4th quarter, but they've got to get a score on this drive.
Yeah, and I mean, if you keep getting plays like that by James Matthew Jr., the tight end, it's definitely in the realm of possibility.
Another good throw and catch down the middle as well. I mean, we're starting to finally see some consistency out of this Corsair offense. Doug Spelling again able to bring it down, and Bruin maybe starting to find his stride a little bit.
Yeah, I think Bruin finally settling it into the rhythm a bit. He's been struggling with that all game, but he's starting to take chunks out of this London defense now. That one, the 3rd straight that has gone for at least 10 yards, I believe.
1st and 10, 35-yard line. This time it'll be a handoff down the middle, good for about 4 yards. Jet Zero not able to get too much more out of it, but still good to keep that run game in the mix. Keep London guessing on what you're going to do next.
Yeah, Jet Zero's been relatively quiet, but is still a great change of pace options here for Queen City.
Only 16 yards for him on the day so far. Another step back to throw. Going to be good for a first down and maybe 2 yards more. And Doug Spelling quickly becoming the best friend of O.J. Bruin this game.
Yeah, Queen City starting to unleash the cannons, bring out the plank, trying to board London's red zone. They're just on the cusp of it right now with the 23.
Time is still ticking, though. They got to be careful about that. Still all 3 timeouts. Bruin takes a moment. Throw to the left side. Going to be caught in bounds. Gain of 4. Almost intercepted. But again, Powell doing a great job of being able to control that ball and keep it in.
Yeah, that was a great effort by the cornerback there. Although O.J. Bruin able to throw a great ball to Spelling in order to get the necessary yardage on that one.
Oh, Bruin tucked too long. The coverage too much for him, and he finally gets sacked in the backfield. It's a huge play from Sewell Lane, and now Queen City, they're facing a really tough situation here.
Yeah, and it's just another case where Vale, the left tackle, is just not able to contain Lane off the edge, as Lane now has a hat trick of sacks to his credit.
3rd and long. Drops back.
Nope.
Shovel pass, not going to be a whole lot there. Gets broken up, and now Queen City going to be looking at another field goal opportunity.
Yeah, Judah Drorgan gonna come on again. He currently sits 3rd in field goal attempts coming into this one. This will be his 21st on the season. Currently sits 19 of 20.
be Judah Dorgan. Kick is up, and it is good from 44 yards. Great leg on that one to get him up to 6, but still feels like a missed opportunity with how well they were looking all drive long.
Yeah, and you gotta think it's because of how often, specifically Selwyn Lane has been able to get to OJ Bruin that has allowed, or has forced Queen City rather to accept these 3 points instead of potentially hitting the end zone.
Yeah, and a return from within the end zone, going to be out to about the 22. And if you've been enjoying the coverage here tonight, then you're in luck, because the SFL network is coming to the ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTV Plus app on your Android or iPhone, or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL network, where SFL creators come together. This is going to be coming together for another handoff that doesn't really go anywhere. It sets up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and just thinking back on not just London's defense, but the entire London team in general. These are some massive men on this team. There's only one player on this London Knights team that's below 200 pounds, and that's Brandon Ewing, the cornerback.
Good drop back, quick throw to the left side. Spin move, gets him an extra yard, but not much beyond that. Sets up 3rd down and 7. And this Queen City defense doing everything they can to try and keep their team alive.
Yeah, and it's been it's just been London's game the entire time. Pickler and the rest of this London Knights offense have been dominant from start to finish.
Well, good deep throw down the middle, and that's going to be caught. And the defense not able to break that one up. Excellent play coming through, and London just continue to find progression.
See prime example A with Johnny Pickler throwing an incredible pass into the hands of Bryce Carter, the backup wide receiver.
Just an excellent motion there, wide open. He saw the opening and able to land it on a dime. London 1st and 10 now, near the midway point. Johnny Pickler. Back under center here. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. Spin move. Gets a couple of more yards out of it, and a great play coming through. Makes it 2nd and 4 from Robert Merrill.
Yeah, there's a reason Robert Merrill is this season the best running back in the league. And it's because he's able to take plays that seem like they're going to not go very far and just somehow weasel his way into extra yardage.
Another quick throw to the left side, able to break one tackle, and going to be good for a 1st down there. Merrill, great production coming out of his runs.
Yeah, and while he's been a lot quieter on the ground in this one compared to last week against Seattle, it hasn't really mattered because everybody else has stepped up in Merrill's place. Last week, Merrill 161 yards on 25 carries. So far today, he's only at 39 on 10.
Oh, might be a free play here. Gets a good block down the left side. He's going to find even more Merrill. He's got these Jets, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown. Got to make sure that it was an encroachment and not a holding, but I'm pretty sure this one's going to stand.
Yeah, if this is anything but offsides, then this play goes for naught, but instead it is going to be a touchdown for London. It was William Kidd, the backup defensive end, called for the offsides. And London has decided the 27's fine, but we've got an average to hit here.
Wow. Interesting. No. Okay. Yeah, they took the touchdown. They took it. I was wondering for a moment.
It'd be crazy if they declined that penalty, I believe. Because like I get, oh, I want to retry that play, but if it goes to the end zone, no.
It's a pretty good play at that point. I think we take it at that rate. 34-6 now sits the score line, and Queen City, I mean, gotta be running out of hope at this point. Try maybe pad the stats a little bit, do something to give yourself any sort of takeaways from this game, because so far it's just been the Knights absolutely dominating both on offense and on defense. I mean, we've seen interceptions for both sides, but really it has been London that has just dominated so far.
Yeah, penalty marker down on that one, potentially a holding, going to be offensive holding, so Queen City going to start a bit further back here. That was Amar Bryant Jr. On the hold, playing special teams in this one. So the Corsair is going to start a bit further back because of that.
I mean, when you're down 28, that's the last moment where you want to be making mistakes such as that. Pushes you back even farther. The time not on your side. Now the penalties not on them either. We'll see what OJ Bruin can do here. He steps back, looks to throw down the middle, almost intercepted. My goodness, so close. Jeff Gagne just able to get a touch to it, but if he had had a little bit more time, absolutely would have come away with that interception.
I think Jeff Gagne needs to go to the sideline, put a bit more stickum on his gloves.
Just anything to hold on to it, because he got a really nice touch on it. Either way, he'll be happy with the block. Sets up second down. Bruin. Step back. Not a whole lot of time. Able to at least get it away. Might be a holding call now, so they might even get backed up even more here.
Yeah, you got to admit it's impressive that Bruin was able to get that away despite the pressure from Davidson. It's going to be clipping.
Interesting.
On Deezer Powell, the receiver.
Wait, clipping on the receiver?
Clipping on the receiver, so that's going to render that play null and void, and in fact, I think it's going to push Queen City even further back in their own territory. They're going to get this ball on the 10. It is a replay of second down, though.
First for everything. There's going to be another drop back, looks to throw. Oh, the catch broken up. He was able to get his hands on it, but Doug Spelling not able to keep his hands on it as he'll set up third and forever from their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, another great effort there by the secondary for London to knock that ball out of the hands of Doug Spelling. And I'll be honest with you, it's starting to seem like Queen City may be putting this ball from their own end zone.
Drops back, tries to buy time, throw down the middle, but it's not going anywhere. Anthony Wayo, a big player this game, able to break that one up again and sets up fourth down. And at this point, London just going on their celebration routes.
Yeah, London has, as alluded to at the beginning, has turned a time of mourning into a celebration of life, as London, still with their 4-score lead, forces Queen City to punt from deep in their own end zone.
And that's not a great punt either. Going to be returned at the 37-yard line. That's where London will take over. And, I mean, at this point, London maybe just looking to pad that score as much as they can in honor of the Queen, because they have looked like absolute royalty out there, doing everything right. There's been a few interceptions from Johnny Pickler, 3 in total, but I mean, when you count the 6 in total that's happened this game, honestly, not too bad. Otherwise, it's thrown for 410 yards. It's had a phenomenal day out there. As now he'll look to try and throw again, this time down the middle. Will be good for a first down, gets him to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Terrence Wary now eclipsing the 50-yard mark on the day. That punt, by the way, 28 yards net. So as mentioned, not a very good punt there by Queen City.
Now, again, gonna drop back this time. It's a handoff towards the right side. Good for about 5 yards on that one. And Robert Merrill doing a great job as he has been all game long. And now the time just kind of ticking away on this one.
Yeah, Merrill was very, very quiet, and London was quiet in general as far as handing the ball off. But now, Robert Merrill almost at 100 yards.
Second and 5. Letting each and every second fall off. Pickler, again, going to be a handoff to Merrill. It's going to be good for another first down. And London just trying to chew as much time as they can here. They're ready to go home.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't say that I blame them. It's been a good game for the Knights, you know, when all's said and done. But I think at this point for London, with this big of a lead as they have, which is what's time that's left on the game, it's like, all right, I'm done with this. Let's wrap it up. Okay, thanks.
First and 10 now from the 15. This time it'll be yet another handoff. Space to run, and no one's going to stop him. Padding it even more. Robert Merrill able to take a leisurely stroll into the end zone to make it 40-6.
Yeah, and Tiberius Vovine just gets an incredible block here. As we'll see it again. Just a great block there on great gains in order to just allow Robert Merrill the absolute easiest time to walk into the end zone. And London now looking to put themselves up by 35.
And that's Merrill's third touchdown of the game. Been huge for him in just overall. And now London look to make it 41. JT Delaney here for the kick. And it's up. And it's through and good. 41-6 with 3:47 left to go in the game. And I think I've said it 2 times. It doesn't matter how many times you say it. London has just been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, they've stretched this lead now to 5 scores. Which, considering there are only 2 score favorites going into this one, courtesy of Jack's data, is incredibly impressive. And London now has eclipsed their average points per game on offense.
Another big hit. They're not giving up on out there just yet either. Only able to get this one out to the 25, a familiar position here for Queen City. As we'll see if maybe they can get into the double digits here. An opportunity at least come away with a touchdown, I think would be a good takeaway for them at this point. Anything to try and keep this from looking like the bloodbath that it really has been all game long. OJ Bruin, step back, looks to throw. Another quick pass over to the left side. Gets a block. Be 8 yards out of that one. Jet Zero doing a good job of moving the ball forward as they go into the hurry-up offense to try and get anything they can out of this drive. Bruin, again, going to be a throw down the middle. That's going to be another catch, and they're going to keep the hurry-up again coming through here, trying to do anything in their power. Doug Spelling, the one able to come away with that one. As again, another drop back, another quick throw. Comes back in field, but that's going to be a tackle for a loss. And Queen City just feels like they're struggling to get things going. Another quick hurry-up offense. Another throw over to the left side. This time he will step out of bounds and give him a little bit of time to think about it coming up on this 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and I think this game has less been a bad game for Queen City and more a very, very good game for London. I think the only, the biggest downside is the fact that Jet Zero has just been almost silent in this game. Only 7 carries for 16 yards, 7 catches for 27. It's not been a good day for Zero.
No, it really hasn't. And again, going to get stopped there. 4th and 10. Do you go for it? I feel like at this point, there's no real reason to. The game is already lost. If it was like 4th and medium, 4th and short, maybe. They're going to go for this one, though. mean, at this point, what else really do you have to lose other than potentially making the people that tucked the over really happy? They actually get a free play out of this one. Tipped
Oh, he
again,
caught it!
and that's going to be caught. He's also going to be able to break the
He's
tackle.
gonna
James
score!
Matthew Jr. all the way down, and that's going to be a touchdown for Queen City.
Well, Lady Luck finally smiling on Queen City. We are going to get the offside call on number 97. That's going to be one of the backup defensive linemen. That's Frank Foster who gets called for it. Queen City, of course, going to decline the penalty because look at this madness.
2, 3, and
And a
able to
broken tackle.
break the tackle. Absolutely incredible there. That was Amar Bryant Jr. He's had a good game that he was able to break off of. So phenomenal play coming through. And, you know, even though it's not going to do a lot to change the outcome of the game, a great highlight play for him because the athleticism on that, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's going to give James Matthews a 54-yard touchdown reception. That was mental.
Now Judah Dorrigan for the PAT, and that'll be through to make it 41-13. Now the question is, will they go for the onside kick? They were willing to go for it on 4th down. Well, it's interesting to see how aggressive they're going to be, and it does look like they might be, and they are lining up for this onside kick.
I mean, this may just be hubris that's going to end up getting the better of them, but after a touchdown reception like that, you got to at least try to test your luck again.
And not going. It's actually going to go the other way. This is a big boy taking it down inside the 10. Make it 1st and goal for London, and that onside kick backfired.
Yeah, that was the backup tight end, Sam Lockhart, 6'5", 255 pounds, able to get a return out of that onside kick. And it's another case, admittedly, I thought that Lockhart was going to score a touchdown on that one, but Queen City coming up big on special teams. That was the backup linebacker, Charles Vane, making the stop. Playing a bit of special teams.
And now people that tuck the over, again, provided by Jack's Data, are getting a little bit excited here. Looked like it might not have been able to happen, but couple of crazy plays. Now here, just 10 yards away. Spin move, not going to go anywhere. Will actually result in a loss of 2. Set up 2nd and goal on the 11.
London, if they were to hit the end zone, would need to successfully go for 2 in order to hit the over. Otherwise, it would be half a point short at 61.
I can't see them going for 2 in that situation, which would mean that they would need to score and Queen City find anything on the ensuing follow-up drive, as we will get down to the 2-minute warning here. I anticipate London going to be going for a lot of runs to try and run out this clock. It's been a wild game, and you know what? It's interesting as well. London essentially looked at that triple tip and was like, hey, you know, if you guys can do that, we can do the triple tip as well on that onside kick as they line up here. In the final 2 minutes, will they get more points on the board? We'll just have to wait and see. Johnny Pickler under center, a likely handoff to Robert Merrill. Actually, it'll be a handoff to really great run there and gets him within about 3 yards.
Yeah, that was Slade McRuns Fast, the backup running back coming in to give Robert Merrill a bit of a breather after putting in some excellent work here in the second half. In fact, I believe it's all of the backups are in potentially here for London, as we see Brady Maynard, the backup quarterback, under center.
Let's see what he's able to do with it. This will be another handoff. Not going to be able to go much of anywhere with that. And we will see Queen City take their 2nd time out of the half. Leaves them with 1 remaining. Now 4th and goal. You have to imagine London is going to kick the field goal here. Add just a little bit of extra fluff to the scoreline.
Yeah, I would say more than likely JT Delaney going to look to continue his perfect streak. Currently 18 for 18 so far this season. He's already hit 2 today.
Let's hope we haven't cursed it. Hold is good. Kick is up, and the kick is through from 21 yards. Make it 44-13 now. In a game that really has been dominated by London. Queen City, though, coming back a little bit here in this fourth quarter to at least get into the double digits. We'll get one, maybe two more drives out of this game. We'll see what they're able to do on this ensuing kickoff. That kick is going to be away. Deep booming kick received it around the 5-yard line. Return out to around the 26-yard line. That's where Queen City will take over.
Yeah, and this potentially the last drive here of the game. We'll have to see if Queen City is able to get anything going offensively in this drive. Of course, London's defense has been up to the task so far of preventing Queen City from doing too much, although OJ Bruin has almost 300 yards through the air.
Oh, and it's going to be another interception. They're trying to go down deep, and instead they throw yet another pick. Emmanuel Blackman coming away with that one. And at this point, London should just be able to kneel it out.
Yeah, well, maybe, I think I may have jinxed that one here, Brett. I alluded to Queen City doing something offensively, London's defense up to the task, as has been the case all game.
It really has, Aaron. I mean, that is 7 interceptions this game. Both defenses have been hungry to touch the ball, but unfortunately, the Queen City offense not as hungry as London. We will see the first kneel. Queen City will use their third and final timeout, and now it's just a matter of time before the final score. And London, Aaron, able to keep their perfect record alive here.
Yeah, and some may argue that the reason they've been undefeated so long has been the quality of competition they've faced. To this point in the season, they have had the easiest strength of schedule. But despite that, all but one of their wins has been, scratch that, all but like 2 of their wins have been in really dominant fashion. The lowest point difference so far has been 5, and that was in week 8 against Vancouver.
I mean, at the end of the day as well, when you win 9 games in a row, regardless of who you're playing, like it is surely a great feat, and they'll be looking to carry that forward throughout the rest of the season. I mean, just from what we've seen today, they've definitely got the players to make the plays when they need to happen. We'll wait for the time to tick on down. The final 60 seconds. They're going to have to actually punt this one away. They don't have quite enough time to do the final kneel, but either way, this game over in the next 50 seconds. Queen City, though, got to give them credit where credit's due. Their defense absolutely popped off today, and while their offense couldn't get a whole lot going, we're able to see a decent amount of coverage, especially from James Matthew Jr., who was able to get 141 yards today.
Yeah, and just taking a look around the league, Baltimore also able to stay undefeated. They beat Carolina 26-9 at that other game that took place over on YouTube. So it's going to be interesting to see what the top 2 seeds look like going into next week, as that one barely hit the end zone.
Almost able to keep it on the half-yard line, but just rolls past them. Doesn't matter either way. Time for 1, maybe 2 plays, depending on how Queen City plays it. And London, the fans, absolutely ecstatic with their performance here tonight. Multiple big plays. It's been an entertaining one to watch, regardless of what the scoreline might tell you. It's Queen City for their final. OJ Bruin, I hate to not curse it, but does he get one more interception? No, that'll be over to the right side. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a blow to Queen City as far as their playoff hopes go. They were already outside looking in behind the likes of Minnesota. The loss here definitely doesn't hurt, although this is going to improve their strength of schedule going against a now 9-0 London team. But still a fair amount of this season left. Queen City could turn it around and make a playoff push late here.
One throw down the middle. That's going to be tackled and That
That's
should
gonna
be
have
the game right there. They won't have enough time to get another off. So, as time expires, the London Knights advance to 9-0 with a 44-13 victory over Queen City. And Queen City picking up a lot of those passing yards in the final quarter, but overall, a phenomenal game from London, just end to end.
Yeah, and it started off relatively quiet for Robert Merrill on the run game, but here late is when London decided to or started to go more toward a clock management style of run. Robert Merrill eclipsed 100 yards. I believe also that clinches the North Division title here for London. So congrats to the Knights for that as well, coming at a time of mourning for them and the rest of the nation. You can see a tip drill by Gagne that gets picked off.
Yeah, a lot of picks this game, a lot overall. I mean, we saw decent offensive progression, I think, from both sides, but it was incredible to see how just absolutely involved both of these defenses were. The safeties were doing their jobs.
Yeah, it did turn into a bit of a turnover battle there at point, but London's offense at the end of the day was just too good for Queen City to really contain.
That it was, and so London able to keep it up and push it through everything. They had again advanced to 9-0, the North Division champs as well, secured with that win just through and through. I mean, even their backup players getting a little bit of good action there at the end, but overall, a well-rounded game from them, one that they're going to be happy on, and one that should be setting them up for a good playoffs look as well, because, I mean, Queen City, they had good plays of their own, to be honest. Like with this one right here, absolutely incredible recovery.
I still cannot believe that not only did Matthew catch that ball, but also managed to return to score off it too. Ridiculous.
3 tips, able to come away with it, and almost returned onside kick from one of the backup linesmen. I mean, this game really did have everything, as we see another interception there on the replay coming through from Emmanuel Blackman. I mean, again, these defenses were on top of their game. And speaking of it as well, we got to see who the player of the game is, and it's Robert Merrill. 106 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's absolutely deserved.
Yeah, that absolutely tracks. The 60 receiving yards, the fact he got a hat trick of touchdowns. I definitely agree. Robert Merrill, player of the game.
Absolutely, but that's going to wrap it up for us here, folks. On behalf of Aaron Alexander, our producer Cameron Irvine, our statisticians Jay Hayden and Zach Hulledorf, my name's been Brett Morgan. Thank you so much for watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music.